Estelle Landy is still being trolled online days after lamenting the challenges of being a property owner. She owns 3 properties but was mocked after she took to TikTok to complain about how tough it is to be a landlord and how unglamorous it is.
I've been crying my eyes out all morning because I've been pushing shit uphill for 2 years, well, 3 since my mum died, with these properties.
Tell us more is Estelle herself. Estelle, you're still receiving backlash over your post. Why do you think it hit such a nerve?
Thanks for having me, first of all. I think because at the moment we're in a climate where so many people are struggling, regardless of if they're a renter or a landlord or anyone in between. The cost of living crisis being where we're at, people are really hurting and they're looking for someone to blame, and I guess I've copped a lot of it.
Estelle, you currently own 3 properties. Can you tell us why you find it difficult owning multiple homes?
The biggest thing is that 2 of them are attached to my mum, and there's a lot of grief involved with that. But aside from that, the logistics are that I've got one tenant in a property who's destroyed a property, and the other one, the tenant owes me more than $28,500 in rent because I haven't paid. So I guess I've struggled because I've been trying to go through the VCAT system to remove that tenant, and I haven't been able to. So it's just been quite stressful.
We know that you lost your mum only fairly recently, so we're really sorry about that, honey.
Thank you.
You say that, we'll go back to that tenant that hasn't paid rent for, what, 18 months, you say?
It's actually more than 24 months now that he hasn't paid rent.
Well, and you can't actually evict him. It's so strange because we keep hearing about people being evicted with not much cause.
Yeah.
Why can't you just kick them out?
There are a lot more protections for tenants that have come out in Victoria in the last couple of years because you see crazy things. Like I've been helping a cousin who's getting evicted because she asked to have a repair done on something that was very necessary, and then the next day she had a notice to vacate. But in my situation, it's actually because of the time frame it's taking with the backlog at VCAT. So it's an under-resourced system with the government not being able to catch up since COVID. So it's actually just been a logistical nightmare.
Now, some of the commentary suggested you just sell the properties. If you've got 3 and it's hard paying for one, just sell 2 of them. Why isn't that an option for you?
It's because I have to get legal possession of the properties through VCAT and dot my I's and cross my T's, and I can't list them for sale. People keep saying, just sell, list them for sale through an agent. I actually can't because both properties are so damaged that I need to get possession first, fix the properties, and then look at listing them. That's all I'm looking at doing, is actually selling up everything.
Estelle, what do you think the biggest misconception out there at the moment is for people when it comes to landlords?
I know that there are tenants who are not, there are tenants and landlords who are not fair and reasonable. But at the moment, everyone is struggling with what is just an insane situation with unregulated interest rates. And I think, some people are out only to make a profit, but not everyone is a bad guy. But most people who are under that middle income bracket, one way or another, are suffering right now.
So just to come back to the tenant who won't pay you rent.
Yes.
You're saying you're going to VCAT, which is, for those outside Victoria, that's like an administrative tribunal that decides these things.
Yeah.
And you can't get rid of them until VCAT decides because of the backlog. Why is that? Can you not just issue an eviction notice and then let it get sorted out in VCAT later? Or are you literally unable even to serve the eviction notice?
I actually have issued more than 5 notice to vacates, which are basically saying that he needs to leave, he will be evicted. But it then has to go through the tribunal, and then it still has to have an order for possession handed to me, and then I still have to apply again to actually get possession for the police to formally evict him and then forcibly remove him if he doesn't leave. So I can't go to the property, I can't do anything. It's all a very strict legal channel.
And if after all that, he just doesn't pay, what happens?
Well, I'll be in the situation because he is not working that I won't actually be able to receive any of this money back because we can't garnish his wages. He has no assets, which you normally could through court or through VCAT, but I will just be cutting my losses. It's $28,500 approximately in rent that he owes me. That'll just be gone, and I'll just be happy to move on with my life.
Right. Estelle, thank you very much for speaking to us tonight. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.